I just realized I was probably off mic during all of that. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and repeat all of that. Yep, that's hearing myself going. Okay, of course, the usual technical difficulties Argwascast. But hello, everybody. Thank you for coming today. We are having a match here between Whisky Beesnees and Butts and Snails, a relatively new BGL team. This is the first BGL cast I've had the opportunity to be able to work with, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what we have going tonight. Whisky Beesnees is a relatively well-established team coming in from the IGL days, featuring Dirt Bucket, Manouche, Nikki, and Cranked with as queen. And on the gold side here, we have Butts and Snails, a completely new team coming in for BGL for the first time. They're registered as Rickrow as captain, Coco Knight, Shaka Zulu Da King, Denny Sylvania, and Haterade, which you can see here the names are not quite lining up here. Shaka Zulu Da King is going to be leading us off here. I'm not sure who Critty Boy is, but I'm going to take a stab and say it's probably Coco Knight or Haterade based on the rest of these things here. And Highland Dev is probably Danny Sylvania. We will find out shortly, I hope. We have Rickrow22 as a team captain coming in as our worker. I have no idea what to expect from Butts and Snails. There's no stats from the previous games. There's nothing to say about what the types of things they can do. But I will say that Whisky Beesnees has come in the past as a 7-2 team coming from IGL in their respective division. They've been completing, I believe, at least 2 IGLs at this point. Let's see. They have demonstrated a lot of flexibility with a tendency towards mill. Let's see. Getting a little bit extra information here. Yes, I believe that they statistically have been able to push all of the major objectives with a military specialization. So today we are hoping to be able to see some good games. And a quick thing for those of you who have never seen things before, and this is your first time being here at BGL, welcome to Killer Queen Black. This is a 4-on-4 team game with 3 paths to victory. In this game, you can kill the opposing queen 3 times to win the game, you can fill your own hive with berries to win the game, and you can also ride the snail to the goalpost in each match to win the game. Sets are best 3 out of 5. Join kkbdiscord.com and bgame.gg for being able to see things in the future. And here we are starting off on Helix Temple. This is a map that is predominantly featured by berries on people who tend to go with the meta strats. Snail is used occasionally, and military is used a little bit less often than berries are. So let's see what they have to offer today. Looks like Cranked is getting set up for being able to get a takedown in the middle, taking out Critty on the immediate section here, as Snails getting pushed ever so lightly by Butts and Snails. Nikki gets on the Snail here, getting it with a shield, bumping out Gritty, and Highland Dev gets a kill on Cranked in the right side, while Rickrow moves that Snail over a little bit forward. Crank comes around to be able to stop it. 3 berries up there. 4 berries left to go for the blue team. 3, Dirt Bucket getting a shot in here. 2 left to go. Cranked gets a kill off of Highland Dev, putting him down to second. Both queens on second. Dirt Bucket gets a shot in, and here we go. First map goes to Whisky Beesnees. With that berry pressure coming in today. All right, Nesting Flats. This is a map that is more traditionally used for Snail more than anything else, and the things you can do as Queen here are pretty nuts. Berries are the least likely to be able to be done. Let's see what Cranked does against Highland Dev here. Highland Dev goes in for a swoop, trying to be able to get a kill off of Cranked. Cranked evades it, dropping back down here. Highland Dev on his tail, taking the gates away, while Manouche moves that Snail past the grass. Once it gets past that grass, it's likely going to be a blue victory here. Cranked getting it almost into gold team wipe. Nikki gets a kill off of Highland Dev, with Manouche having no competition as she rides that barrier all the way. Whisky Beesnees once again getting up on our snail here, getting 2 up in with the snail victory. Excellent job by Whisky Beesnees so far there. All right, we're on map 3. This is Split Juniper. This is a berry map. It's very difficult to be able to get the all the berries in on the top part, but the bottoms are super easy, which makes it so that if you can get an early lead on these berries, it's like it's a really nice, easy path forward. Dirt Bucket getting several of those berry throws in here. Gritty Boy going and bringing the snail back through the middle, getting it to the grass. With one berry on the gold side, the queens are dueling a little bit. Crate comes in over Highland Dev, does not get the kill off of that. Highland Dev being able to make the moves here. Nikki with the speed shield that we sometimes call this new technologies, getting the berries in here. Bottoms are done, only 4 berries left to be able to go. Rickrow doing ledging against Nikki right now. Nikki going in through the back as Shatterker King coming in on the right. Queen kill, putting Cranked up on second from Highland Dev on the right side. Rickrow trying to be able to go and push things out. Kills Nikki with the with that speeder. Gritty Boy takes a shot. It throws it into the blue hive by mistake. Dirt Bucket trying to be able to go and get the jumps over here. Gritty Boy steals the berry and is trying to be able to get around Nikki successfully. Cranked goes on last. This is it for Cranked. Is he going to be able to find a way to evade it while the other 3 berries are coming up? Dirt Bucket coming in from behind. Rickrow missing, getting 1 berry in here. Only 1 berry left to go. Rickrow holding that berry down. Shakaluda King coming up here. Dirt Bucket missing the jump. Going in, trying to be able to get that last berry in. Gets killed off by Shakazula King. Fantastic move there. We have Nikki coming in from the back. The speed shield gets the win here. Watch the movement coming in as Nikki comes in from the right side here, getting the push in. Isn't even necessary. Gets the dunk, gets it in. 3-0 for the first map demonstration here. 23-3 by Cranked. A reasonable performance by High Lord Dev, getting 14-4. Cursing going on over here quite a bit from Butts and Snails. With good bean pressure coming from Dirt Bucket. Snail pressure coming from Gritty Boy a little bit on the gold side as the team goes and does their best to try to hold down the Whisky Beesnees pressure. We see here 3 queen kills coming in for the gold team. No queen kills for the rest of the members of the gold team, but we get some early farm coming from Shakazula Luda King. I'm going to get that name right very soon. Thank you for that incredibly challenging name. Rickrow 22 with 2 kills over there as well. Only 6 deaths, lowest on the gold team, aside from including the queen, and 2 berry throws in there as well with a 55% uptime. Rickrow doing lots of stuff to be able to help out their team to begin with here. Quick swing on the stats, and there we go. All right, looking forward to seeing what these teams are able to accomplish to be able to push this one back. We had a long first actually, no, I'm sorry, I misread that. A long last set, 126 on split for how this was going. Gate control with 40%, meaning Gold had some good opportunities to be able to get up on mill from time to time. We'll see if they can try to push things out to make it so that Butts and Snails will be able to retake some military control and give them the ability to push back against Whisky Beesnees militarily. All right, we're ready to go for the second set. I'm going to go ahead and let them know. They appear to be ready to go. I'm getting a message here about whether or not I'm casting right now, so I'm a little confused. In the chat, would you mind being able to tell me if you guys can hear anything or not? Like, is the game volume correct for you guys? It appears to be coming in fine for me. Just wanted to make sure that we have everything smooth and looking for you guys just like it does for me. All right, awesome. Thank you, Beesnees. That is good. And game sounds. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, KT. Appreciate the feedback coming in from the chat. We are ready to go. We have a KT lock-in here for Queen this time. Doing the substitution. We've seen KT do some beautiful things in the past. This is really interesting. I've never seen KT on the Whisky Beesnees team. I believe that's this is her debut as Queen, and it's confirmed in the chat from Cranked. Yes, thank you, Timos. I appreciate the confidence coming from the QP Minicasters booth. And I think he's in here with me right now, in fact.
I might be.
All right. Yeah. So here's a spectate code for you, Timos. Here we go. All right, Gritty Boy takes the immediate movement here, going on the right gate. We have Nikki trying to be able to throw some berries over to the blue side, getting a channel up from Dirt Bucket as they harvest the middle berries, getting a lot of pressure in. Gritty Boy looking around the middle side, trying to be able to push against Cranked as he moves around the right side. Shaka Zulu King moving over the right side, gets up. Nikki with the speed going and finishing off some of the berries. 3 left to go. Shaka Zulata King needs to be able to go and get things right here. Double kill from Shaka Zulata King.
Shaka Zulu the King.
Shaka Zulu the King. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Thank you very much, Timos. All right, we have ourselves a berry victory on pod. Dirt Bucket getting the last couple of dunks and throws in here along with Nikki. No contestation from the mill on the top left. And here we are for Spire. This map is well known for being a military map. Not very often for berries at all, based on the way that the berries funnel down to the lower sections of the map, and occasionally as a snail. So we're looking to see people get beat up a bit. Timos, what do you have for thoughts for this team? What do Butts and Snails need to do here to be able to shake out a win?
I just came into this, so I'm guessing this is a newer team.
Yes, Butts and Snails is an all-new team for the BGL.
So, I mean, you're coming up against a team that's been playing for a while, so I would, for Gritty Boy, just get the gates and try and get your players up. Hopefully they can start capitalizing, get some mill going.
Shaka Zulu the King doing exactly that, of having their 1 mil up here as Dirt Bucket's trying to be able to go and push that snail. Gritty Boy getting the counter on Cranked as he's trying to drop down on a High Lord Dev. See, Shaka Zulu the King is down. Rick Rowe up in exchange, trying to push out the snail. We have Nikki on speed, trying to do farming on the workers on the right side, giving their, at this point, no way out for Shaka Zulu the King to be able to get back up until they opened themselves up. Mace up here looking for the Queen. KT comes back out through the wrap, making pressure against... I know, I'm sorry, Cranked. You're absolutely right. I've been saying Cranked for the first bit here. It is KT doing all of the queening. Yeah, it is definitely a thing. KT got picked off by Gritty Boy on the left column. Drops down on Dirt Bucket, Manouche as she was riding the snail. Moving over here on the left gate. Never mind, Manouche is pushing that over as Dirt Bucket looks around for the berry stun on Gritty Boy, who moves out and lets the berry bounce on their head just a little bit here. Manouche coming in with Nikki on the background here, and Gold misses the snail being pushed for the victory.
Yeah, Gritty was up looking at KT and just trying to hover over there. Just couldn't capitalize on getting down to that snail.
Right, I think it was there was a little bit of a miss on the map awareness once the snail got moved on the last platform. There was a lot of good fighting there for a little bit.
But hey, new team, they'll learn.
They will, absolutely they will.
Hopefully, they could also maybe take place on in one of your newbie nights.
Absolutely. In fact, it seems like an opportune time to be able to do that for the BGL teams. There is a new scrim night that's happening weekly on Tuesdays now to give teams a chance to be able to practice against other teams, particularly newbies. So we're hoping that more teams will take advantage of that so that it'll be a very productive night. Gold team killing KT on the top, right around where that blue, where the gun mace gate is. Pushing Snail a little bit here as Rickrow 22 tries to get moved. Highland Dev getting the kill on KT.
High Lord Dev, 2 in a row.
Very nice. Dirt Bucket trying to be able to get the shot, misses the shot, brings it over to the lower side of the platform. High Lord Dev trying to be able to get up, but can't really find a gate. Shaka Zulu the King doing some zoning here, trying to block people out from being able to do what they need to do. KT trying to slowly get the kills here, gets a double, kills the snail, and also brings Gritty Boy down to last. And the last bean flies in, giving Whisky Beesnees the 3-0 victory. So I watched the replay right here. I actually missed the last bean coming up. Dirt Bucket getting the shot for the second to last, and Dirt Bucket coming in through the wrap for the final dunk. All right,
Yeah, Gritty Boy being a new queen, it's a little difficult to take on the pressure of being a queen and trying to
absolutely.
get gates and chase after objectives and everything else. So
And with that being
it,
said,
it's a
Gritty Boy had the same number of deaths as KT this time.
yeah.
So that means that while Gritty Boy wasn't doing as much farm, Gritty Boy was doing good at their one primary job, which is staying alive. No military victories.
Nikki's boyfriend and Shaka Zulu the King, great kills, 14 and 15 there.
15 and 8 for Shaka Zulu the King. Yeah, I keep on missing that up slightly, but it's a hard name to be able to pronounce when you're just looking at the whole thing here. 15 and 8 is an excellent showing for a new worker. That like
Derp
almost a 2-0.
Putting up 18 berries too. Good job by Derp.
Looking over here, we have this time the gold team didn't get any queen kills the previous time, but High Lord Dev this time was able to get 2 queen kills against Crank due to the good teamwork that they had as the teams got to be a little bit better with their probably their calls and their comms, trying to be able to organize where they were. Doing a quick sweep through the rest of these things here. Just doing some light farm coming for the blue team. The gold team right here getting their queen kills and their pressure up. Almost getting that last one in for queen kills for a military victory. So we had strong potential here. We'll see what they can do for the next round. Since I have a little bit of... Yeah, there we go. Shaka Zulu Da King. Thank you for just spelling it out for me, Jats, in the chat. Also, I appreciate the hydrate. 1 second. I actually kind of need that.
You never heard of Shaka Zulu?
No, I actually haven't. It's a new term for me.
Oh, man. That's from an old movie.
All right. Here we go. You see me in the Whisky Business logo over here. There's your hydrate, man. Thank you for the call out on that. All right. Quite appropriate over the Whisky Business logo. Will be Drimbo making the call out over here that Nikki's boyfriend is pretty much a golden god. Good stuff over here. Whisky Business. What? I believe I said Whisky Business, didn't I? Beesnees? Whisky Beesnees? Maybe that's right. Either way, we have ourselves a tally field to get started here for set 3. Alright, Tally Fields is a map where pretty much anything goes. This is more often than not with the current meta. It is a berry map, but Snail here I find it to be relatively easy to defend once you get it past the first major opening. Gritty Boy doing the chase, trying to be able to chase down Turp Bucket, gets the kill. Retakes left gate for the team. Barry's coming in for the blue team very fast. Oh, and that nice, beautiful shot coming from Manouche, getting the second to last Barry shot. Ooh, fancy, getting a drop shot or gravity helped shot for the hole on the right. With only 3 berries left to go, Whisky Business in solid control. Nikki getting the kill off of Gritty Boy. In the right. Shot coming from Nikki stops people from being able to get up. Gritty Boy trapped, getting shot in the face.
With the last berry.
And is it going to be shot? Brodig bringing in. Oh, clashes over there. Manouche trying to get the bind shot in, missing it. Gets another throw in there, misses it again. Rickrow trying to be able to jump in place. Oh. Gritty Boy gets shot in the face.
That's more at the back of the neck.
You're right. It is the back of the neck. You can see right here that Gritty Boy was doing their best to try to kill off the workers trying to get that last bean in. And on the dive, panicking when hearing the gunshot, goes right into it instead.
I like how Whisky was throwing some berries up and Crank was trying to headbutt him in.
New Tuco strats or new team strategies for being able to get the berries in. It's fun stuff. All right, once again, we have ourselves a military brawl map. Gritty Boy getting up on that right side. High Lord Dev getting the sword. and Gritty Boy killing the workers that would be trying to berry bump people out. Shaka Zulu Da King getting up on sword as their primary mill, along with High Lord Dev. High Lord Dev overextends a little bit, gets killed by Cranked. Crank takes out the other military as well. Rickrow gets up, ready to be able to go and fight against their queen. Gritty Boy staying a little bit further behind. Safely, a good idea for the queen to be escorted by their warrior. Gunshot eventually takes him out, though, when he gets separated from Rickrow. Rickrow gets taken out by Nikki. Cranked takes that left gate. Nikki and Dirt Bucket now in control in the middle section. Gritty Boy takes that middle piece down. Nikki doing a good job of being able to harvest their workers while the berries are coming up slowly but surely, while also doing a snail. This is a split strat for the blue team here. I'm looking forward to seeing with the strats for what they can do now, because Shaka Zulu the King can probably get up. Yep, danced around Nikki's boyfriend, got in, and we're going to have High Lord Dev trying to go and pull Nikki out, successfully keeping Nikki down on that right gate. Manouche on the, looking for the Queen's help to be able to get up, and Gritty Boy gets taken out, bringing them down to last life. Cranked on, Cranked gets caught. A beautiful catch by Gritty Boy as Cranked was attempting to go through the wrap, trying to get over to the gold side, but got the toad caught. Oh, yeah. Shaka Zulu the King, now trying to harvest against Nikki. Trying to kill off Manouche, actually, as she goes down to the snail. Gritty Boy retaking the middle gate. Dirt Bucket bringing that snail just a little bit forward. Rickrow getting the turnaround, trying to be able to get the shot. Dirt Bucket jumps over, but eventually is taken out by Shaka Zulu the King. Dirt Bucket getting the berry that was still stuck in the hive, jumping it in. Only one berry left to go. Dirt Bucket getting paralyzed by the sacrifice from High Lord Dev. Cranked holding it up for a little bit. Gritty Boy taking out the snail. Rickrow knocking the berry over to the other side. Shaka Zulu the King taking it.
Good job by Rickrow getting that berry out of there.
Yeah, that was a good. Rickrow making it so that they wouldn't be able to get that last bean in. Carries it very far away, back down to the bottom. Manouche bringing the snail back down to the left side.
Here comes
about
Derp.
to drop the platform, and Derp gets it in. All right, this is about to be game point for Whisky Beesnees here. Yeah, I was watching the snail for a little bit there, and wasn't focused as much on Dirt Bucket getting that last berry. Great call, Timos.
Yeah, Crank pushed the berry over to him.
Yeah, it was nice stuff. And let's see if we can do more of those berry type strategies here. Gritty Boy coming in, getting punished by Crank, going through the wrap immediately as Crank stood high, waiting for Gritty Boy to come in. Gritty Boy on the chase, trying to make attacks against the left side of the gate here. Decided not to go for Nikki. Those berries are coming in very, very fast. 4 beans left to go. They bounced off of each other to be able to get one in and blocked out on the other. Dirt Bucket and Nikki going and getting those strategies in here. Manouche pushing the snail.
2 out, 1 inside the hive.
Gold has
Here comes Nikki with 1. Oh!
Gold is full mill up right now. 1 berry left to be able to go. The Queen is going to probably take out, Highland and Gritty working together to secure the snail, while Shaka Zulu, the King, and Rickrow stabilize that gaping berry wound right there. Nikki coming in through the back, taking out one of the military, takes out Rickrow. The hive's open. Manouche is moving on that snail. Is it going to be a victory before the Queen can come through? Yes, it is. And that is the match. Whisky Beesnees takes it 3-0 against Butts and Snails. All right. GG's to both of the players involved here. Like Jimbo right here saying Gritty realized at the end that hunting after Cranked was going to be their only win condition and started chasing, which was good. Getting full military was also a good idea because that allowed them to be able to cut off and stabilize themselves on the berries. The problem was when their military got back down again, the Queen needed to be in 2 places at once. And that was not the best place for them to be able to be. They had to get ramped up real fast. They didn't control the gate next to the snail. If they had that gate, they would have been able to have the queen hold two things at once fairly safely and be able to kill the worker and the warrior, pushing that snail all the way through while getting a warrior up. It definitely was a tough match. Cranked with 26-1, 20-6 for Gritty Boy, though. Gritty Boy getting better at the farm and being able to take advantage of reductions in pressure provided by the military coming in from the gold team. All right, Nikki with an impressive 15 farm and 4 queen kills, more so than Cranked got that match. So Nikki being kind of the all-star player there with 55% uptime during all of that.
I'd like to see how this this Butts and Snails progresses throughout the season.
I'm looking forward to the same thing.
Yeah. They start learning the game a little bit better and start capitalizing and getting some good wins.
I agree. I do think that they showed some promise for military, which is something that Jimbo called out in the chat has a potential for them. They need to be able to work together a little bit better, and I think that's going to come with more experience as they continue to play together. So I will say that to anyone who is listening to this cast on the Butts and Snails side, I would suggest you go if you want to have some guidance for like how do you do better about zoning, how do you get your military up better, how do you maneuver your queen better. There is the coaching section in the bgame.gg Discord. You ask for help there. I'm available, or you can ping @HiveHelp in the main KQB Discord. People there are more than willing to share strategies, tips, and tricks. All right. And with that, I want to thank you all for joining us today. On behalf of everyone on the QP Mini Bosses team, it's great to be back here again. We have another cast coming up in 5 minutes being hosted by Jats on the same channel. So stay tuned. We will be right back right after this. Timos, any closing thoughts?
Shaka Zulu the King!
Shaka Zulu the King.
Love that name.
I now have got it. It took me a little bit to be able to get the names up on it. But I've got, it's in an hour, Jats. So actually it's actually a little bit later. So tune back in with us in 1 hour for the C. I believe. Let me go.
We'll be back at 10:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 Central Time.
At 7:30 West Time. Let's see. What was the? I'm looking back up in the casting schedule. Who is playing on that one? That is Slugs versus the Stingers. Another matchup of relatively new players. An all Stadia team. That'll be a really good times. I could raid Syndro now. As a matter of fact, that's a really good idea. Let's see. So actually, stay tuned with us for more KQB as Syndromatic TV is up and streaming right now.
Did you rate him yet?
Apparently for me, if I'm coming in logged into my account, I can't seem to control the raids. Would you mind handling that, Timos, really quick? Logged into my account, I can't seem to control. There it is. Thank you. You got it. Timos, really quick. There it is. Thank you. You got it.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. So thank you. See you at 7:30. There it is. Thank you. You got it. 10:30 Eastern. All right. So thank you. See you at 7:30.